Hey up everyone, welcome to the Project Tech channel. The weather is crap outside, it's raining. It's rained for the last 2 weeks. We've got storms coming in, more storms coming in, so riding is absolutely off. No motocross, no road biking, nothing like that. It's rained throughout this summer, so it's been a really bad year for weather at all. What I'm going to be doing today, I've decided, because I've got all the work out of the way, all the bikes are service ready to go. The RS125 should be on the road right now. I've got a chain sprocket kit fitted, the linkage bearings fitted, the clutch has been adjusted, it's all built up in that other room, it's ready to ride, but I'm just waiting for a dry day so I can get out of it and at least see if it runs okay. Okay, in the meantime, I keep walking past this Ducati 916. I said I'm not going to do anything with this bike until next year, but I just can't, I'm sick of seeing it like this. It's awful. It should not be like this in a sorry state, sat in the garage looking all scabby and painted in the most grotesque way possible. So what I've decided to do is, I might as well get this bike started, see if it runs okay, because we don't know what it runs like yet, to be honest with you. So I'm going to get the tank off it, get the fuel pump out, give all the tank and the fuel pump a clean out and the fuel lines. Then I'm going to fit a battery which I bought last night on eBay, and it arrived this morning. I expect it to arrive somewhere on Friday or something like that, but it's put us in front. So without going on about it, let's get this tank off, get the seat unit off, get the fairings off, and we'll give it a little bit of a service and hopefully it'll run. Right, so a few things may stop us from firing this up today, and that would be the fuel pump gasket on the fuel pump. I've not got a new one. I should have ordered one really, but that may be all cracked and perished, so if that's the case then it will not be getting fired up today. Also rust in the tank. I don't know if there is any rust in the tank, to be honest. The other thing is the fuel lines as well. The quick release hoses on these are plastic, so they're known to crack after a while. Okay, so fairings off, and we'll fit this battery and tank off. Right, so one good thing about these is they're not a pain to work on at all. You can strip these in minutes. Put this. We ain't got a bolt in there, have we? Look at that, just like that, come apart, don't they? Brilliant bike to work on these, absolutely fantastic. Right, so let's have a quick look what we're dealing with under here. I don't believe I showed this bike with its panels off on the video when I introduced it. Just look how quick these come apart. I just love them, how good they are to work on. I have missed working on these bikes actually. The Ducatis, lots of people slag them off, but they're brilliant bikes to work on. You just get them apart like that in minutes, you know, less than a minute. Pure race bike. So let's have a look under here. I've not looked under here since the day I got it at a quick glance. We've got, that's the upgraded rectifier, which is good. I've got, what the hell's that there? So I have got that clip that holds the little bracket thing that holds the battery on. I've got a few bits from my old 748s I used to have knocking about. These are really scabby. Start solenoids, they go faulty. That I probably will replace that actually. They do go faulty from time to time. These get corrosion in them, but the whole thing gets corrosion in it, to be honest. But it doesn't look too bad under there. It's just dirty and rusty. It's just, the electric's a little bit scabby, but they'll clean up. I hate these damn things to get apart once they've weathered. You can struggle to pull those apart. I have made a harness in the past and I upgraded all this wiring. Got rid of that plug and fitted a plastic watertight one. The starter, the 40 amp fuse, these usually blow as well. So I've got a new one in there. That's blown, brilliant. So that's going to stop it from firing. I will be able to bypass that. You can bypass these, to be honest with you. That's not a problem. I can get this fuse thing apart and just solder that together. It will work. I've not got one of these, so we'll try and bodge that for now. What shall I look at while we're here? Oh, a few people did mention on the comments that this has got lots of parts from the Senna, a Ducati Senna. I don't believe this is a Senna. It's not originally black, and it doesn't have, well, the telltale sign. Not got the Senna clamps on there. You can buy these carbon parts for it. They are pretty common to the time. They're not something unusual. It's got carbon airbox and a carbon mud guard, and this as well. So, and Termagonis, so it may have been from a Senna, all these parts. Someone's upgraded them in the past. People used to do. Have a look at that chip in here. I've got my little pincer tool somewhere to get this out with as well. Little plastic. A bit of that in there. A few people saying, don't put a bloody metal screwdriver in there. The battery's out. Chill. And we've got a Senna prom chip in there as well. Ooh. The plot thickens. I don't think it's a Senna at all, but this is quite something. I've never seen this before. A few people have said on the comments that that is a gear selector indicator or something like that. I don't know. It's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 LEDs on it. There. I've never seen this surround before. I think it goes somewhere down here. We'll look at that when we do fire them up here. It's pretty clean in here, to be honest with you. Okay, let's continue. Void if removed. So I've just voided the warranty. Get that back in there. I would suggest to anybody, if you got one of these and you take this off, is put some silicone around there. I know it's rubber sealed, but they can get water in. Not that you should be jet washing these things anyway. Right. Fuel tank drain, Allen key. Well, that is loose, it's not even tightened up. Right, so I'm going to get this horrible crap all over my hands now. It does smell like fresh fuel actually, it doesn't smell horrible. It's very yellow. There's always more bloody fuel in here, isn't there? Let's have a look what we're dealing with here, eh? That's definitely got rust in there, definitely, I could state that. It's like Tizer or Iron Brew. So that is the petrol I've got out of it, and it is disgusting, look at that. Rust. Bastard. Look at that in there. A few flakes, but that's definitely rust to me. Such a shame. Okay, got the pump out. All right. Okay, so sorry, just in case you didn't know, you can reverse the fuel pump bolts and just press that fuel pump out a little bit. Personally, these aren't long enough to take it all the way, in my opinion. There we go. What are we going to find under here? There we go. The tank looks pretty clean. Try and do this with one hand. Need to get a better tripod. The filter in there does look dirty. I expect to see like rust and gums all over it. Uh-oh, 2003, so that's been there a while. Oh my god. Well, to be honest with you, I know some people would still have the bike serviced but not service this fuel pump. Just seem to focus on belts and things and oil changes, but that's the date when this was changed. Shit, that, isn't it? Alright, tank. Let's see if we can see inside the tank. So, from the top, it looks, is that a dent there? Ooh, looks like we've had a little bit of a repair. Look, see that dent there? Just going to point it out with my other hand. There, look, that's a dent, that. So it's had a repair on this. I expect to see body fill and all sorts. We'll pull that out if this tank's decent. It looks pretty good in there. There might be some rust at the bottom. Right, I'm going to get the fuel cap off and I'm going to have a look inside the tank. I've got a little camera, like an endoscope as well, so I'll look around the tank with the endoscope, just show you inside it. Something to see, eh? Something to see, and then we'll get this fuel pump stripped and cleaned out. I'm not going to service a fuel pump as such by replacing new parts. I just want to get this bike running today, hopefully. There don't appear to be much rust in there at the moment, so there is some at the bottom, I believe. But we'll see. It might be rust, it might be not. If there's rust in it, then I don't really want that getting back into the fuel pump. It's going to really knock up those injectors and everything. Alright. Oh no, I've scratched the paintwork. Oh dear. Right, let's take a look inside, see what we can see. So, oh, a little bit of rust there. This is the left hand side, bottom of the tank now, and yeah, we've got some rust here. Looks quite nasty, that. Sadly on these, the sealing, tank sealant, it only seems to go from the top to the edges, and the seams are left exposed to the bottom of the tank, so it's a bit crap really. It's not too bad up there. It looks like that will clean off. So going to the top of the tank now. that looks pretty clean. That is a difficult area to get to, so I'm glad to see that's nice. Right hand side of the tank, here we are, bottom right. Not too bad there. Seen worse. I'm going to get this tank sent away for treating somewhere, hopefully. This is not corroded. If it's corroded, then I'll be cutting that out and re-welding some new metal in there. It just looks to me that like it's just surface rust. It would treat up. It's in very poor shape. I mean, I've seen tanks look like this from bikes that have been running for a while as well. I've seen worse, but it gives me another bloody job to do. Okay. Shit. There we go. Can already see that's perishing in there, but lucky for me I've got some new hose that would lose field pressure being like that. All sorts of crap in there, look. You. Okay, just before anyone says anything, I will be changing this fuel filter. The pump will get a better service. I just want to get this bike fired up first, give it a little clean out, then I will change all these components, alright? Digging back to the past, aren't we? Oh, we got yellow. We've got yellow. Oh. So it looks like it's red, then yellow, then this scabby black. So was this 916 yellow, or was it red? Shouldn't be doing this really. I just feel like scraping all this off now. Ruined this bike, haven't I? Whoever's had it, ruined it. So yes, the bike originally looks to me like it was yellow, or is that red under the yellow? No, we're red. We're back to red again. But we've got some yellow over the red here. What the hell? That doesn't make sense. Right. So the bike appears to have been red, then yellow, then red, then black. This horrible scabby black. I reckon that's been a used tank. It's been floating around online and people have bought, someone's bought it to fix up this damaged one, I think. Crazy. So I've got some more pipe here. This is got it from Halfords. Just literally you can get in lengths, meter lengths, different sizes. So I've got 9mm this will fit 9mm. You have 8mm, 7, 6, stuff like that. You can buy that in lengths and you can chop it to length, just like I've done. And then we're not going to use these Jubilee clips, because if you look in there, see how that's distorted. They can work, to be honest, they're not too bad, but they are quick to get off. See how that's distorted in there? If I tighten that up, it's quite possibly going to distort the hose. We'll give it a try in a minute on something, but what I've got here is these fuel line crimps. Okay, that's what you should use really. These are brilliant. You need these pliers to apply them. So I'll try and put some links in the description of the video as well, so you can find out where these are. I ordered these online a long time ago. I've got boxes of them, so I'll see if I can find them on eBay for you. Right, so we're going to fit those fuel pipes now, build this up and crimp these fuel lines together, and we should be able to get the bike started today. Don't usually have hose clips on here, but I'm going to put them on anyway. I've got them. Will this actually reach on there? This is a smaller hose. I don't think it will. It could possibly do with a smaller diameter hose on there. You just feel a bit slack, but we'll see how it get on. So that's all done, those hose clips are on there. There's some, one thing to watch out for, doing this one-handed, under here. This wiring gets fragile and it cracks. It already feels fragile and cracked, so you can replace these connectors. If you've got enough wire on there, you can replace them, but you can also replace this as well. It does come out. There's some rust around there on the fuel quick release hoses. These crack. You can replace them with metal ones, and I would recommend you replace them with metal ones because they do crack. If that happens and you're buggered, the leak, so that's another thing you can do. So anyway, that's all good to go. It's still all scabby and horrible, but I will clean this whole thing up, because to buy one of those you're talking like a couple £100 maybe. I don't know if I sold the one I had. I'm gonna have a look for it, see if I can find it. Anyway, let's get that in now, back in the tank. There he is, and we'll flood it with fuel. And our battery should have charged up. Look, we'll get a battery on, sort out that fuse, put a bit of tin foil in it, something like that. Fire him up. Put a little bit of grease round. Very fiddly job. especially if you've got big powerful hands like mine. Oh dear, so sadly, as I suspected, the fuel pump gasket is buggered. It's stretched, so that ain't gonna go in there. It needs to sit in this little groove here, get into the groove, but it's stretched too much, needs a new one, so this is not gonna get fired up today. But fortunately for me, it's going to sit twiddling my thumbs for a few days until this arrives. Okay. And couldn't they just fucking put like a grooving tank or something as well? I'm not chancing how that'll go. It won't go, mate.